Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is the Lady of the Throne Divine Astrology, and this is the channel where God dwells within me as me. If you are familiar with this channel, welcome back. If you're not, welcome in, and I hope that you turn into a new subscriber. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up if you're resonating with this, and we're going to go ahead and talk about what's coming up for the month of March. So for everyone in March, you have to be aware of the energies of the moon, okay? In the month of March, we have a full moon lunar eclipse happening in the sign of Virgo around the middle of the month, like about the second week in March. And we also have a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, 9 degrees Aries on the 29th. This is going to really be amazing, okay? Because there is something here about the angels rejoicing on the new moon, and also it's a very beautiful energy throughout the entire month, because what that full moon in Virgo lunar eclipse is going to do is going to set off some really powerful energy, really powerful, really strong energy. It is either going to remove certain things, certain systems, certain ways of doing things, certain methods, certain ritualistic things, and certain rituals. These things are going to be removed. These things are going to be broken. God is declaring that these systems are going to be broken now. God is declaring that these rituals are going to no longer be practiced. Especially if you guys are familiar with something like this. The energy of Virgo likes to play off of an alchemical energy. What that means is this is an energy where, just think of it as bringing in different elements in order to make things happen through manipulation, in order to seem as if they're structured, in order to make it seem as if it's organized, or to make it seem like it's some type of system taken over kind of thing. Well, that's going to be removed. Anyone who's been manipulating things behind the scenes, a lot of these things are going to just like come down. So that lunar eclipse in Virgo is going to do that. It is going to affect methods, rituals, anything dark, anything that has been in the dark, that has been systemized, that has been strategic, that has been manipulative. Now, that's that energy, and it's affecting every zodiac sign, and you'll see it on a larger scale. And then at the end of the month, you have the beautiful Aries new moon. And remember, it is a solar eclipse as well, 9 degrees Aries on the 29th. Very powerful energy. So what the full moon in Virgo is going to do is kick off this huge, crazy energy. Virgo energy is crazy. It is going to really shine in all of its lunacy, basically. And it's going to occur in areas of where people have been collaborating, working together, getting together to provide certain services. If these structures have been based off of manipulation or any rituals, any practices that are unclean, being broken down, and then the Aries new moon marches right in to totally revamp everything. And that new moon is going to, that new moon is in itself is going to be powerful, because it is a solar eclipse. So what happens when there is a solar eclipse means that it's going to be all moon. Pretty much think of March as the month of the moon, the month of the goddess of the moon. Because Virgo is going to prepare the Aries new moon to come in and introduce itself. So this goddess of the moon energy, this mother moon energy, is going to come in, and then everything goes back to one, new beginnings. Everything has an opportunity to become new again. Okay, so just think about it like that. If you are trying to understand the new moon and full moon energy that is hitting in March. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into our first zodiac sign, and that is the sign of Aries. So Aries, you're going to have this really powerful moon, new moon, which new moons are benefic. They are very positive, very, very beautiful energy. So that doesn't happen until the end of the month, right? But you have in a whole month of March. Okay, Pisces. So Pisces for March. First of all, I want to say that with Aquarius and Capricorn, these are your sister signs on the astrological wheel. So they're so close to your sign, and I feel like the last three signs have similar messages where there's been a lot of people coming against you guys. Aquarius, Pisces, and Capricorn. But something is really changing. The wheel is turning and this energy is moving out. And in March comes the new beginnings, okay? And I'm picking that up so vividly for the last three signs specifically. So for Pisces in March, the way you are known is someone who free-handedly, single-handedly handles everything. You have the power to take down old systems, old rituals, old beliefs, old corruption, old schemes and scams and plots and wickedness, and completely destroy it. There's something that people know about you. They know that when you are having to take responsibility or take the lead, it's natural. It's natural. It's a natural leadership about you when it comes to situations and structures that have been built on lack of true leadership. You have been seeing with your own two eyes the manipulation of society and people in it. There's been people put in certain positions, whether it be vice presidents, presidents of companies, CEOs, business owners, managers, supervisors. You have seen people misuse power in so many different ways over the last few years, just like a lot of people in the world have witnessed that. But for you, Pisces, you're more like affected by it, because that's just simply not the way a Pisces operates in the world. You're very in tune with energies. You're very sensitive to it, which means that when things aren't right, it feels like everything around you is constantly trickling down, and everything is, instead of going up and ascending to something higher, everything's going to hell. And that's what it could feel like with all of these fake people in these fake positions, these fake roles, trying to put on fronts and trying to put on a show. They're out here giving fake opportunities and fake awards, fake rewards to people who do not deserve it, for doing simply nothing but hurting an entire generation back to back to back. But in March, you're going to see all of these new changes that the good ones are now bringing in. It's not going to continue to be the way that it was, that you're not going to notice it going the way that it was going maybe 4 or 5 years ago, or however long it's been for some of you. Better things are happening now, and you're going to see this shift where This justice is happening on a world level, a grand scale, a universal push. The entire universe is conspiring to go against wickedness, evil, poor democracy, poor leadership, poor office politics, poor like work politics, like at your job, office, that's what I mean. The world is going against all of that, okay? Like your job, your workplace, like people let me tell you, it's like this. For some of you, you may feel like your company you work for is in the spotlight for being one of those places that people are watching. It's like a fishbowl perspective. You guys are right there with the spotlight on you. This entire organization is. And a lot of people have the ability to see everything that's going on. But to people, you are the one who's been single-handedly mastering something in this place. There's people watching where you work more than you. There's people watching where you work better than you, because they have access to see everything. And they're not just watching because they are trying to take you down. Because for what? So don't think that way when I say that. Some of you probably was like, what? No, don't think that, unless you're doing something really bad. Like, don't be stealing your company's, paper clips. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be taking pens home. No, it's not that. It's about like, they're watching everything because they're trying to see how people react to you. If you are someone who is in a really big position, then yes, you have some type of security in many different ways. And they're watching a lot of corruption go on. And if you did not notice this before, or if your company seems to look like they're doing okay, well, in March, a lot of things are about to start flying out the box. A lot of tricks have been happening, and it's all coming flying out. A lot of things are about to get exposed on a really big scale about whatever you're involved in, because something is really not right, and it's been way too organized and systemic. And people can actually see how bad it is. So don't think that because it's taken so long that nothing's going to happen, because it's going to happen. Some of you are creative souls. You may work in film, television, music, art. You may work in a museum. You may work at some child care center or something. I don't know. Something creative. You do something creative for some of you, not all of you, but some of you may do something creative. And just know that you're a divine creator. You're someone who, you have good intentions and good meanings behind whatever it is that you create or created. But it's something how the creations that you created seem to cause some type of disrespect towards you, some type of ungratefulness, some type of unapologetic prejudice against you. Something you do so well has caused a lot of horrible responses from people against you. But God is not about to play with anyone anymore, especially where you work. Time's up. Time is up. These people had years, especially if you've been with a company or an organization for a long time. These people have had so long to discontinue their evil schemes against you, but they still played along. So now a massive change is coming in for your life, and it will affect the lives of other people around you, especially those who are beneath you. If you are a manager of, let's say you supervise or manage a staff, or if you're not a supervisor or manager currently, then you just may have some other big role where people under you are about to find out that it was the wrong thing to do, because the whole time they've been doing it, they've been watched. Enough is enough. It is God's time to bring this all down. These people thought that they were somehow God, but it's about to be so tragic to find out that they don't have any power. They already know they don't. But these are people with so much envy and hate inside of their hearts that they wanted to feel like they had power because of their roles, that they slaved all of these years to go to school and get these degrees and like do all of these like little practical things, and then they get in their positions and feel like they can say whatever they want and do whatever they want because they like tortured themselves through that whole process to do. And so when they get in these positions, they feel like they can. Okay, you think that's greater than God or something? You think you're better than the divine or something? God's like, you think you're better than me? You think that you are more powerful than me? That's what you thought? You thought all of those sly remarks were just what, going in one ear and going out the other? You thought that you were so wise? Or how about keen? Is what you thought? May not get you today. May not get you tomorrow. But before you leave this earth, I'm going to get all of you. So it's like that. This is about to be so tragic for a lot of people. A lot of people. And in so many different ways. Even people that, even if it's not in your workplace, it could just be in your family who thought they were getting away with things. Who thought that they were, especially if you come from a family who were trying to sacrifice you for money or fame. Or if people like from your past were trying to do this to you, whoever was coming against you I'm talking about who were trying to like pile up the attacks on you by getting a lot of people involved, those people, they're going to understand who you are and what you are here to do. Now is the time. So the month of March is all about closed doors. Closed doors. You're no longer going to be dealing with certain people anymore after the month of March. You're no longer going to be bothered with people. You're not going to be talking to certain people anymore. You're not going to be around certain people anymore. Because see, the big feds and the like really big justice system, the Supreme, they're involved. And what's happening is you're about to see this whole big thing happen. And a lot of shifts, a lot of changes are going to be happening around you, because see, nobody likes when an innocent person gets some type of injustice. Watch. A lot of people, you're no longer going to have relationships anymore with a lot of people. So just get ready. You're no longer going to be dealing with certain people no more. So just prepare for that mentally. Prepare your mind for you not wanting to do with anybody. Like a lot of people you're no longer going to have affiliations or connections. You may not even see them around you anymore. A lot of these people are going to be gone. A lot of them are going to disappear and vanish, almost like in thin air. A lot of vanishing acts are happening. A lot of people are going to be gone. A lot of them. Watch. Just watch. It's going to be so many people gone. Just watch. And not coming back. I promise. Not even coming back. It's not going to be about like, even if there weren't a lot of people who came against you, Pisces, then you could just be a witness to the corruption that was going on. Even if they weren't coming against you with the corruption, you were aware of what was going on, though. A lot of people are about to leave around you. I'm telling you, the people that's closest to you are about to be gone. I'm telling you. Whether it's in your community, neighborhood, your job, your friendship group, certain people that you frequent and you see the same people, something is about to switch up, because people were involved in something that the whole time the Supreme was watching everything. And they know who's involved with the corruption. They know who's lying to you to your face. They know who's working with so-and-so. Some of these people are even working with some prominent figures in society who should have never been working with those types of people in the first place. A lot of these people were bribed with money. A lot of things happen that's about to take down an entire system. It's God's time now. All right? That's all I have. Thank you. God bless.